Hello folks, and welcome to a third part of the Runescape free-to-play commentary. Yeah, what I was doing here now is I'm going to be showing off a bit of magic here. That as well as I suppose rune crafting of sorts. Yeah, like, if you're curious in that, yeah, my magic is about 54 at the moment. It's actually probably the weakest of the three, and that's seeing as my melee stats average to about almost 60, and my range is like 66, which is pretty damn impressive. Although in saying that, even that half decent, like right now, if I really wanted to, I think I could hit up to 15 with Earth Blast, and Fire Blast is about 5 levels away. Let me check my experience. No. Okay, sure. I think I probably once I'm done with this, so just before and then. I wonder, is there anything I can cast at 55? Yeah, I can actually do a high alchemy. Sweet. It's not too shabby. That'd be quite nice. So, yeah, basically I've been doing a bit of training on my magic and that, but yeah, I've also got all the talisman shit sorted out, because I won't be showing off some of the outers. And this is me fighting off some moss giants here. Alright. Figures I might as well go outside here just to show off. Yeah, it seems like there's a couple other people grinding here as well. Both of them rangers, actually. Huh. Yeah. I do remember training here way back to get, like, I think it was... Honestly, Varrock is a very good area to start off until you're, like, in your 40s and that for the skills. Maybe even 50s if you want to push it at that. I do recall I trained here for both, let me just sort this out. Yeah, I trained here for both, well, not for range. I think I waited up, I was going to do this at 20, but I thought it was a little too early. And yeah, these guys have zero interest in that, so let's try and look for a good spot. Okay. Alright, well, that's not bad. But yeah, seems like, yeah, both of them are indeed rangers. So yeah, as I was saying, if I can sort my inventory out here, yeah, the thing with this area, right, is I trained here, I think, to get up to, I think, mid-40s magic, as well as up to 40 range, and now from 30 to 40, and it wasn't too bad, and now I got a pretty decent level, and that, but it's not often you could say that you went to go straight train to Lisdians with just 40 range, but I survived. Got all the way up to 66. Oh, look at that, 55 magic. Nice, 55 magic. Yep, just as I wanted it. Probably won't be. Like, I'm thinking. Oh shit, I don't need that. But yeah, I'm thinking at this rate, and I can't be fucked and not train most of my stats. I'd rather just wait till I became a member, then I could really test things out. Now got hammered. Lol. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I think the thing is, with training on free to play, it's how do I say this? Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, because when you're trying to do all these kind of stats, I feel like the higher end stuff on free to play, yeah, like one thing I'll check it now, world switching. Yeah, you'll see here that the vast majority of member worlds are actually fairly low compared to free to play. With, okay, maybe a few exceptions. Yeah, see World 30? See when I become a member, I'm hoping that'll be one of my favourite worlds, and I'm glad that's one of the most popular. It's funny though, because generally free to play seems to be in the middle, like it's fairly popular, whereas members can be both one of the least popular and the most. And it's a funny one, that, but oh well. It is what it is. so I'll be a cunt. LOL. Forgive me. Forgive me, but oh well. One of the parts has said anything yet. Nope, neither of them have said one single thing. But yeah, the thing is with these guys, they're not even like, you know, to pick up with the bones, which I find very strange. And you know, but oh well. So yeah, what else to say? Well, I'm thinking here. See, one thing that's been on my mind actually about what's it again? Yeah, I was thinking there. Well, that's not. You know what I'll say for the combat thing about what it was like back when I was a member and that for the Geo Arena, because that'll be quite an interesting topic. You know, because I think honestly looking back at it and you know, Magic's a bit of a funny one when it comes to damage, and I don't know if you've maybe noticed, but yeah, when it comes to damage, and it's like Magic, say for example Fire Strikes, which is one I'm using at the moment, that only goes up to 8, which is, I guess when you're starting off for the first 34 levels, that's pretty good, and not gonna lie about that, but after that, I feel like it starts to become limited, and the only way to upgrade is to, instead of relying on mines, and you start relying on chaos runes, and that's a big jump. Like, you're talking about, say, a Fire Strike being about, right now as it is, with 2 mines and an air, that would be like, about, say, 9 or 10 GP a strike? No, sorry, not, there's 2 airs in a mine, so yeah, about 12 GP a strike to about, oh, I don't know, that would be 15, yeah, to about nearly 100 GP, like that's almost 10 times, and as much, and it's like, fucking hell, that's a big jump. And if that wasn't enough, well, if you've got, let me see, Fire Blast, that'll cost you a hefty 350 to 60 GP. Yep, more than 3 times the amount further. And all just to cast, go from 8 to 12 and then to 16. And you all know what? Yep, waves, same thing, except, well, actually that's not too bad, because I think bloods are only around 400, 500 GP, so less than double to get a yet another 4 damage. You know, that I can kind of deal with. You know, it's not as bad. Of course, I don't really care much about the grinding, because on members, my favourite way of making money is actually quite easy. Like, it gives you a shit ton of Magic experience. Like, I'm talking about, you know, I could even just crafting a few millions worth, and oh shit, they've turned against me. Fuck. Yeah. That wasn't meant to happen. Yeah, that sometimes happens, and enemies can reset their aggressiveness, because, alright, here's a quick thing to talk about monster aggressiveness, right? Basically, don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah. Also, RuneScape seems to be a bit glitchy with the blacking out, but anyway, what I was saying about monster aggressiveness, right, is you get what you call, I think there's 3 types of enemies, right, in terms of monster behavior. You get your passive monsters, obviously, and well, I could say 4 if you include NPCs, but they're not monsters in the sense. But anyway, monsters you can attack. First one, you get your passive ones that will not attack you at any level, and like, you know, men, guards, cows, you know, that kind of stuff. Then you get your aggressive monsters, which are pretty much the vast majority of enemies, and which they will be hostile to you if you're at a certain level. Like, I'd say once you get to about double the level, and they'll stop attacking. One of the weakest ones I can think of is maybe the Highwayman, which is about just level 6. So yeah, once you say hit level, okay, just over double. So say once you hit level 13, then the Highwayman will no longer attack you, and same goes for like higher level stuff. So for example, I'm a 74, so enemies like the Black Knights, which, you know, they're 34, since I'm 69 or above now, yeah, they won't, you know, attack me on sight anymore. But then you get the auto-hostile enemies. Now, what do I mean by that, auto-hostile? Well, it means that they'll never truly give up the aggressiveness. I think it either goes for permanently, or it goes on for a long time, and the lack of hostility only lasts for like maybe say 5-10 minutes, and then it goes straight back to going hostile. Sometimes though, what I've noticed, that trait can be seen in the normal aggressive enemies. I mean, it's a pretty rare thing, you don't see it very often, but sometimes it can just all of a sudden become aggressive on you again, and unless you're at a high enough level where they can't really attack you anymore or be aggressive towards you, you know, you might see that pop up time to time for enemies that shouldn't be behaving like that, but well. I'm thinking at this rate, I'm not even sure if I'll be able to show off all the altars. Like, fucking hell. Yeah, I ain't got that much time. But, well. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know how many hours I will show off, and that might just be, let me think. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, like, I'll try and show off at least 2. And I'm thinking, off the top of my head, I think the Alc, I might be able to fit 3, and that just depends because, yeah, I ain't got all the time in the world. Yeah, I think the first one I'll show off is the air altar. That's the first altar anybody can access, pretty much. I think that's south of Falador, so that should be easy enough. And plus I could go to the bank on the way anyway, so yeah, well, just good to see how it works. But let's see. Okay, so I imagine this will perhaps be the last moss giant that I kill, because I don't think I'll have enough strikes for another. Oh, it's strange though, because honestly, see, when I was a member, right, I did way much more damage. Like, you know, melee I did like, I think up to 28. Range I think would have been still weak. I think I would have hit no higher than 18 on that. But magic, holy shit! Like, magic was devastating, and for a good reason. Because maybe remember at my peak I had 83 magic. Like, I was practically untouchable. And that, if I had the right potions, you know, but holy shit, I felt like a god. Be able to do like 30s and, yeah, hit up to 34. Oh man, so yeah, that'll probably be that. So yeah, first one to do. I guess I'll just... So yeah, I think I'll show off 3 altars if I can, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. So yeah, first one's south of Falador. This is going to be runecrafting I'm going to be doing, just in case if you're curious on that. So yeah, I'm going to be cutting this off temporarily. Just bang all this shit here. Yeah, might as well just temporarily store all this shit. Alright. Okay, so right, I want to bring the air talisman as well. Actually, you know what, fuck, I'll just bring all 3 alongside, I believe, the tiara. Yeah, that's right here. Yeah, I think I'll just unequip all this shit. No point bringing things you aren't going to be using, so... Yeah. And of course the last thing I need to do is actually bring the fucking rune essence. Alright, so... First one we go to is the air altar. That'll be where I can use this talisman. Let's see. I wonder what happens if you actually go up to it and with the locator and just, well, you're right in front of the fucking thing. If I'm correct, I see. Yeah, I think I see a bot. Or what I think. Okay. Southwest, so I guess it's kind of use. There we go. And yep, craft all that. And I think at this rate we get double ish, maybe. I'm not even sure. Fuck. All right. So next up, might as well go Lumbridge. And yeah, craft some fire runes over there. Oh man. Yeah, it is weird though, considering, like, you know, one thing I've always found weird actually about RuneScape is the fact that, honestly, some skills, what the fuck can I say really? Some skills are just way too difficult to level up, and even with the suspected experience drop and that, you know, for requirements, I still feel that it still takes a bit of time. Like, runecrafting is somewhat bearable, and I mean, still not perfect, but yeah, I figure if I've got enough strength I can carry myself to at least the mid-40s, and then I can enjoy crafting nature runes where the real money starts to begin. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Just get a bunch more here. Actually, you know, I could probably just drop that, since that's... If I wonder why the fuck didn't you get that talisman if I'm not even... Yeah, oh well. Alright, so this is what that will be used for. And unlike those two, I'll actually want to keep this because that's actually kind of valuable. But, you know, the air talisman cost me about just 20 GP, the earth talisman somewhere around 80, but the fucking fire talisman cost me about nearly 2k. Like, what the fuck? Oh, honestly, that was some ridiculous bullshit. Oh man. Alright, so I believe it's just west of this fact. It's actually somewhere around here-ish, if I recall correctly. Yeah, right about there. Because one thing about the altars is that you'll never see them on the map. The only way they can kind of be identified is the fact there's a big gap of nothingness. And, you know, they don't actually show the altar on the map for some strange reason. I never understood why that is, but I suppose it's to make it look like it's secret or something. Secret. Fucking hell. Alright, here we are. Here's a fire talisman. And, yep. Here we have that. Got ourselves a bunch of fires. Alright. And I suppose the very last one I'll show off. Yep, I believe it isn't actually in Varrock. There is one that's northeast of Varrock. That's the Earth altar, but fuck that. Yeah, I'll just head off to Edgeville and show the last one, which is probably the strangest one of them. And but it's also the best experience-wise. So yeah, this one I'm about to show off is the body altar, and yeah, this one is a bit interesting to say the least. And I'm not really sure what to think of it. I mean, if I'm being quite honest, it reminds me of one of the stages, and that there's a certain quest that you do that's not terribly hard, and I think it's oh, what's it? It's a fairly isolated quest, and not something that you really need to do for anything, and it's not even, doesn't even create that great rewards, and but yeah, it's a certain one about like fuck. I know there's 4 stages to it, each one like representing a certain emotion. I think Rage was the first one. Scare was the second one. No, Fear was it, yeah, Fear. Then I think Confusion was the third, and Desolation or Loneliness was the fourth. Oh yeah, Hopelessness, that's it. And yeah, I think it reminds me of the... not the second. I'd say it kinda reminds me of the first one, except less reddish and more pinkish. And yeah, basically, we haven't figured out yet. It's basically kind of like an actual body, in a sense. Very creative of Jagex to do that. But anyway, alright, so here we are, the very last one, and unlike the other ones, don't even need a talisman because, yeah, I've got this thing here called the tiara. I mean, it looks gay as fuck, but you know, it saves you that one inventory spot, so every little counts, I suppose. But yeah, just craft these runes here, and yep, we get body runes. Now, the thing about body runes is that they are completely fucking useless. Like, you can't even use them for anything outside of basic, what was it? Yeah, basic dispel spells, and that's fucking useless. I mean, honestly, I really wish they had 15%, you know, curse spells or something. Something so makes it like, say the bodies are the basics. Well, I said bodies should be like the basic and middle ones, but just instead of acquiring one, you acquire a few. And that, because having like, say around 70s, 80s as like the high level, you know, curse spells, like fucking hell, that would be amazing. And actually, I could probably see that being more of a thing. And you know, whereas I see the vast majority of people don't even bother with that. You know, but if it was just a bit more powerful, I think people would probably consider using it more often. But yeah, that's me done. Yep, that is me done and finished for this part. I've still got 2 more to go, and I'd like to cover the Duel Arena and the Clan Wars and that. Hopefully I get some action over there. So yeah, next time I will be covering the Duel Arena. Hopefully get into at least 3 fights, maybe 4 if I'm feeling up for it. And maybe if I'm risking it, I might put a minor bet or 2 in, see if it turns up anything. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys then. Till then, folks.